The intimacy of the class is probably one of my favorite things. I like the fact that it's a small group. All of us get to, participate.
It seems like everybody brings their own perspective and energy and passions. It's very rare that you meet someone that you resonate with as much as we all seem to resonate with each other.
We seem to have a good time a lot of the time and laugh a lot and have a real a classroom where we can just really be honest and vulnerable and be ourselves.
The environment that we all get to be together, learn together, share breakthroughs and even emotional experiences on this journey.
Our connection with one another, just eating together, sharing our hard times as well as our good times whenever we're learning the alignments and just receiving hugs from them and feeling the connection with them.
I just feel like I've been in some little kind of family kind of situation for this last few months. Every time we come back together, it's like, yeah, it's seen a month and we come back together and we catch up. It's cool, it's good vibes.
Everybody's so amazing, and I think that just coming into the first class and seeing and meeting them all kind of put me at ease.
I mean, I never thought it was gonna be something like that. I mean, the way everybody embraced me, me being with a different language, and a little bit difficult, with the English, but everybody embraced me. That's something that I'll never forget.
I think the depth of the friendship that comes from this is just a testament to the depth that we go within ourselves and how much we get out of the way so that we can let this work come through and how much we can change our paradigm about doing and being instead of just existing and being a conduit for that work to move through us.
I think my favorite memory from class was when Kifa came up to me and said, I would like you to align my niece and nephew. And I got very nervous and I asked, first I asked Nona if it was okay, and then I asked Dr. Crane if it was okay, probably hoping that both of them would say, no, it's okay, we'll do it. But they both said yes, and I aligned, I believe, a 7 and a 9-year-old. And that was probably so far almost like it had a spiritual vibration to it.
My grandparents showed up to be models, and seeing them get to experience the work and feeling like I've been able to add that kind of significant value to my family was paramount for me.
This group has been an amazing group. Everyone, positive energy as they come in, as we get out. The first thing you see in each and every one of them are smiles.
This is a funny class and we bonded real closely.
Yeah, it's a lot of funny things, and anything involving Terry.
I dropped my cashews and Terry tried to jump on the floor to get it, and I jumped on top of him.
I leaned down to pick it up, but he thought I was trying to take it, and he jumped on top of me and got me into a submission hold right in front of the teacher.
I mean, what stands out was just how many times there would be this flavor of like the boys' locker room. And then that thought of poor Vivian having to put up with all of us. Like, we're just rat-tailing each other in the shower like it's a locker room, and she's just sort of applying whatever essential oil combats that.
I absolutely believe Jeffrey should be either knighted or put up for sainthood. I mean, it was a class full of know-it-alls. We had a litigator and we had a couple of strong questioners, so it was a hilarious dynamic that very few people would have been able to navigate if they didn't have the calmness that Jeffrey brings to the teaching process.
My personal funniest thing that's happened during class is I went to practice performing the alignment, and Dr. Crane said, well, that's interesting. And I took that harder than anything else, so now it's an inside joke of interesting instead of saying, that was awful. Yeah.
I think the biggest challenge in class is kind of being patient and sticking to the principles and not trying to rush too far ahead.
I had to learn so many more things than just what it is. I had to learn to be patient with myself and others. I had to learn to accept a lot of criticism. I had to relax and to know to listen to my body also when I had enough, so it's enough.
If I were to tell a new student coming in, if they haven't been certified in anatomy and physiology, that would be probably the most important thing, that they get certified in anatomy and physiology immediately, because it would probably give them a better understanding of not only the application of Alphabiotics, but also the studying and some of the research that we're doing.
Immerse yourself in everything Alphabiotics, as far as the readings, biology of belief, any external resources, anything energy related or spiritual or religious, whatever you feel like ties into what makes you excited about Alphabiotics.
Pretty much have an open mind. I think at the beginning I was a little bit close-minded, a little skeptical about what was going on, and so now as I open my mind to receiving the information, I'm more susceptible of receiving, so therefore I'm understanding more, and I'm able to align better, I'm able to explain it better.
Get your homework done ahead of time. Don't wait. And work on removing self-limiting belief systems and anything that makes you feel like you're not good enough or that you can't do this, because you can.
By no means do I feel like the 10-month of the class is the end-all be-all for the training. I feel like the Alphabiotic philosophy and as an educator is going to be a lifelong journey.
It's a process that you can help people help themselves, and just the experience, you just can't put words on it, and knowing what I know now, I would be so sad not to have experienced it.
When you take a class, you're taking something and you don't always know where it's going to take you. But you find out people that can change completely the way you feel and the way you think about life. And that's the most important thing about a class like this. It's not just necessarily to have another certificate. It's actually where it's going to take you next. And that really gave me a lot of food for thought, and I think I'm happy that I did it.
It's kind of been one of these journeys for me where I was like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
I felt like this was exactly where I needed to be in my life at this point in time. So I was really blessed to be a part of it with such great people.
God's timing is impeccable, and I'm in a place with a bunch of people that I'm learning things from, and I'm learning myself. So it's really a great time in my life to be in Alphabiotics, because I'm getting an opportunity to grow in a lot of different ways because of this experience.
This is something that is going to change your life. This is something that is going to turn your life around, like it's doing with mine. I knew I wanted to do this since day one, and my life has changed, not only personally, but with my family, with my kids, my wife, my siblings, my whole family. Everything changes. You see life in a different way.
I think we're the most awesome class ever. And this has just been a really incredible group. And I think we really are a team that if we work together, stick together, we can have an impact on the whole world.
I'm really, really excited. I think this is such an amazing gift to the world and to the individual getting the alignment, that if I'm able to transmit this on any level, I couldn't be happier.